Everyone's talking about how expensive it is to live in the US right now, but what about Cincinnati? Well, today I'm going to break down exactly how much it costs to live here in 2025, and the results might surprise you. I'm going to be breaking down the real cost of living in Cincinnati from housing, utilities, groceries, and everything in between. And by the end of this video, you're going to be able to know if Cincinnati is the right fit for you. Hey, my name is Evan. I'm a local Cincinnati realtor here. And in this channel, I break down everything you need to know about Cincinnati. And I also cover some broader topics just on the real estate market as a whole. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd encourage you to check out my channel and see if you would like to subscribe and be in the know on those kind of topics. All right, but that is enough about me. Let's get started in this video. And the first section I'm gonna cover is housing. So housing is obviously the biggest expense. So that's why we're gonna knock this one out first. And the cool thing about Cincinnati is you do have that big city feel, but as of 2025 and even more in depth as of August of 2025, the median home price in Cincinnati is $285,000. So that is well below the national median, which makes Cincinnati one of the more affordable big metro areas in the US. And if you're someone who is possibly considering moving to Cincinnati, but you believe that you might be renting for the first couple years while you're here, well, renting is also relatively budget friendly. It definitely depends on the area you're looking for, what kind of amenities you're looking for, the size, of course, all of that comes into factor. But according to apartments.com, a one bedroom apartment here in Cincinnati averages about $1,250 a month. And if you compare that to Cincinnati, if you compare that to cities like Chicago, for example, the average for a one bed there, according to apartments.com, is $1,956. So right there, you're saving thousands of dollars just on housing compared to other big cities. Now I get it, Chicago and New York and places like that are on another tier of big cities compared to Cincinnati, but still Chicago is in the same Midwest area as Cincinnati, and Cincinnati comes out as much more affordable. Now, keep in mind, those numbers I shared are averages for the rent. So there's going to be apartments that are much more expensive and also cheaper. I can't speak too much on Chicago because I'm not as knowledgeable there, but in Cincinnati, I know for a fact you can find one bedroom apartments for 800 or 900. It's just going to depend on the area, once again, the condition, the size, things like that. All right, and let's move on to section number 2, which is going to be utilities and transportation. So utilities is obviously a subject where it's going to vary by household, but I did my best to do some research, not only on Google, but just based off my experiences, and I was a property manager so years ago, so I kind of have a decent idea of what the averages are here. So utilities in Cincinnati are actually pretty reasonable. If you're including electricity, heating, water, and trash, most households are going to pay around $200 to $400 a month. And again, I understand that's a decently broad sized range, but I'm trying to give you an average based on if you're watching this as a single person, or if you're watching this as somebody who might be moving here with a spouse, or maybe you even have a family and you have a couple kids living with you. So obviously that's gonna vary a lot. And then internet here, typically it's $60 to $80. If you're someone who doesn't need very high speeds at all, I've seen Spectrum have prices at like the $30 a month range. Now I'm not sure how many devices you could even run with the speeds they're offering, but for $60 to $80 a month, I know Spectrum and Altafiber, you can get about a gig of internet speed with both of those places. Now, if you're coming from another big city, then transportation here in Cincinnati is going to be a little bit different. We're probably not going to have as much public transportation as you might be used to. Most people in Cincinnati do drive, but we definitely do have some public transportation, and I believe that that has increased in the last couple years as well. Downtown, we have I'm blanking on what we even call it now, like the rail car system. That was a big project, maybe 10 years ago or so. And um, it definitely is not as widely used as I think the city was anticipating. But that is downtown, so that can take you through parts of downtown and Finley Market and the OTR area, places like that. But more of a wider city base, we do have buses, public buses, and in my experience, you can get around pretty much anywhere you need to using the buses. I live north of Cincinnati, about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes north of downtown, and I do have a bus that I could walk to in about 10 minutes, a bus stop, and it takes me, there's one route where it could take me downtown. I've never used it, but I see those routes. And they've also introduced Metro Now, which is pretty new in the last year or so. And as far as I know, they're essentially like 15 passenger vans. They have an app and they will take you to like essential places. So if you need to go get groceries, if you need to go to a doctor's office, I've seen them drop people off at Planet Fitness, and that is free. So that is something that's new as well. That's a little more on demand. And also, real quick, I could almost tie this into the next category, but just on the topic of cars, if you do own a car here, gas prices in Cincinnati, it definitely varies by neighborhood. I've noticed in Mason, which is pretty north of Cincinnati, about 45 minutes maybe with traffic, especially. Um, it's a little bit cheaper up there, honestly, at least the times I've been up there. I did some research, and as of today, there was a lot of gas stations in Mason that were in like the 260s, which in my experience is very rare. But as for most neighborhoods, usually the gas price is around 285 to 315 a gallon. Usually hovers in the like 3 to 310 a gallon. It dips into the low or the high twos occasionally, but it seems to not stay there for super long. So somewhere in that $3 to 310, 315 range for the cheapest gas. I'm gonna be honest, I don't look at the mid range of premium. So if you're paying for premium gas, um, I'm sorry, and it's probably 40, 50 cents more, I would say. All right, so section number 3 is going to be groceries and also just everyday cost. Now, I could probably make a whole video on here if I just started listing off like eggs are this much, bananas are this much. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but I did do some research, and this is also based off my personal experience. So I'm just going to list off a few items that you probably get regularly to give you an idea. So for a gallon of milk, it's been around 350 or so for pretty consistently for the last year or so, and a loaf of bread is about 250. As far as dinner goes, of course, it's going to depend on the type of restaurant you go to and what you order there. But for, in general, a mid-range restaurant, dinner for two is about $60, I would say. And that's including, like, I'm assuming you got like a Coke and not water, and maybe you got a small appetizer. Um, so overall, I would say groceries and dining here are relatively cheap. From my research, it's about 5 to 10% cheaper than the national median compared to other major US cities. All right, let's talk about the not so fun stuff, which would be taxes and healthcare. So let's start off with taxes. This is something that I think might go overlooked a lot of times when you're considering to move somewhere, or maybe you're not considering to move, you just have to move to Cincinnati for a job or whatever it may be. So in Cincinnati right now, and I pulled this from the auditor's website, income tax in Cincinnati is 2.1% on all earned income. Now, here's a key thing that might go overlooked. If you are moving here because of a job, sometimes people choose to live in northern Kentucky because it can be cheaper, and then they'll just commute to work and drive into Cincinnati each day because it's just a short drive across the bridge, across the Ohio River. If you are doing that, keep in mind, it doesn't matter if you don't live in Cincinnati, but if you work in Cincinnati, they're still going to tax you on your paycheck that 2.1%. Myself and my wife certainly learned that years ago when we moved up here. We were living in Kenton County, but working in Cincinnati. So you still get taxed on that, and it is going to be that 2.1%. And also, probably goes without mentioning, but just keep in mind that 2.1% is the city income tax, so that's going to be in addition to the state and federal income tax that you will be taxed on as well. Now, property taxes here, I did my best to find like all the property taxes in the different areas, but Cincinnati has 51 different neighborhoods, and then you have like townships and things like that. So property taxes do vary. So if you're looking for a home here, if you're looking with me, then that is something I will do on every home we look at when you consider putting an offer in. You can go to the Hamilton County Auditor website to find this information if your realtor does not do that for you or just didn't think about it. And it will tell you exactly how much that home is being valued at and taxed at. It'll show you exactly what the current homeowners paid the last time they had to pay property taxes. But in general, it's about 1.8 to 2%. And keep in mind, in Hamilton County, you are taxed on 35% of the assessed value of that home. So if Hamilton County values your home at say $300,000, you're not going to be taxed on the $300,000. You're going to be taxed on 35% of that value, and then from there you'll be taxed on the around 1.8 to 2% of that. Different towns have different millages, is what it's called, so it gets a little complicated, but it's pretty easy to find. Once you find the specific house you're looking for, you'll be able to find that property tax for information right away. And healthcare, there's not a lot to talk about in terms of healthcare. I mean, it's right in line with like most national averages, and obviously it's just going to depend for you on what healthcare needs you have and things like that. All right, so is Cincinnati affordable in 2025? Well, it's going to depend on what you compare it to. Obviously, if you're coming from a city like Chicago or New York, for example, then yes, it's probably going to be more affordable than what you experience there. If you're coming from a small town, then certainly it could be more expensive. So obviously it just depends on where you're coming from. But as far as major cities go, especially in the Midwest, Cincinnati is very affordable, especially when it comes to housing and also cost of everyday goods like groceries. If you're a sports fan and you like winning, then Cincinnati might not be the city for you. Don't get me wrong, we've come a long ways in the last few years, but it's Cincinnati. They find a way to disappoint. I'm only joking, halfway joking. But overall, Cincinnati is definitely an awesome place to live in my humble opinion, and it's certainly one to consider if you have a list. Did I cover absolutely everything there was to cover on this topic today? No. My goal with this video, if you've looked at my other videos, I can ramble sometimes, so I wanted to keep this relatively short. But if you have questions after watching this, maybe I didn't go in depth enough on a certain topic, please let me know in the comments below. Or, of course, my information is in the description, so feel free to call, text, email, whatever you're most comfortable with. I'd love to answer any questions you may have and help you with a move and hopefully a smooth transition here into Cincinnati. And my last request, if you found this video helpful at all, or just my channel in general, please, if you could, give this video a like and consider subscribing if you want more videos like this. Let me know if there's a video you'd like me to make, and thank you so much for watching.